All right, welcome to my little Fanatec wheel review. I've amassed a few wheels and I've gone through a couple of other ones, but I thought I'd do a quick review of the ones I have currently. And granted, you really only need 2 wheels. You really don't need that many extra ones. Let me just plug this in. Hey, check it out. Look, that thing turns on. So let me go around the circle here from the top left, the BMW, I think it's a CS wheel. And then on the bottom left here, the original Formula wheel, the original one. That's the original Formula wheel with Alcantara. The BMW was also the Alcantara wheel. I bought that on those two together on the Black Friday deal way back in the day. On the bottom right is a cheap option. It's using the Sim Racing Hub with a QR, metal QR, and a $35 wheel from Amazon. And I'll get into that later. And on the top right there, as you can't see that well probably, move that out of the way. You can see there's another Fanatec hub wheel with a NRG actual steering wheel, and then I just put a Ferrari center hub, which I think looks great. It reminds me of Outrun. In the middle, of course, my Leo XZ wheel. And so let me go through a couple of things here. So if you're going for something really cheap, if you can buy a wheel like this was $35 for the wheel. I'll put it in front of the camera here. $35 for the wheel. The Sim Racing Hub, I think I bought for like $50. And you can get a QR sometimes for about $40, $50. So this is actually a good wheel, and you can do a lot of different things with the SRM hub thing connection there. And so I've just got a couple of the universal hubs on there. I mean, obviously, the cheapest way to buy a wheel is to buy just somebody's used Fanatec wheel. But this gives you some better options because you can obviously bolt on any wheel you want. So if you want to swap between like a GT wheel or a Formula wheel or whatever, this is the cheapest way to do it because you can swap a bunch of your wheels really easily on the same hub and then at least have a few buttons from Fanatec if you had to use that. I'm going to reach over around here for a minute. This is the universal hub. This is the universal hub. Let me see if I put it there in front of me. And I think I bought that for like $75 used, and I bought another QR hub for another $50 or $60, whatever. I do like this a lot. Just reminds me of Ferrari, the Outrun game, the original Testarossa. And I think it looks good. Some people might call it cheesy. And then I've got the buttons here. But I don't use shifter paddles on this one. I always use my manual shifter. And then, of course, these two guys on the left. I mean, everybody knows these wheels. The classic Fanatec wheel. This is just one of the best wheels ever, honestly. I can't go without this wheel. It's my favorite wheels ever. It's perfect size, perfect width. The BMW wheel, honestly, I think the NASCAR wheel might be better than that. I think the NASCAR wheel might be a better option. This is almost too bulky. It's very heavy. You notice the weight of it. You can't miss the weight of it when you're using it. And then, of course, the Leo XZ wheel I've already done a review on. So I thought I'd do just a quick review of the wheels I have sitting here. If you have any ideas or questions or thoughts, you're like, hey, do you think this is a wheel? By all means, ask me. I'm quick to answer generally. This one, of course, I've gotten used to now. And once you use a wheel like this, with the screens and all that stuff, it is really, really hard to go back. I mean, once you're used to this, if you get used to stuff like this where you can see everything so quickly, again, this is my favorite screen. Once you get used to something like this, and you go back to even using this, you're like, hey, where's my stuff at? I'm missing my stuff. So it's just the thing is, you buy a wheel like this brand new, you're looking at $600-700. Those GSI wheels are like $1,000 more than that. It's just one of those things. It costs so much to spend to buy new. If you can find something like that used, great. You can find a used Fanatec F1 wheel for like $200. I just saw a few of them on Marketplace for $200 used. Those are great wheels. Again, I don't suggest the BMW wheel. I mean, unless you're really wanting to do rally and you've got a good direct drive wheel that can handle the weight of it, I think it numbs it a bit too much. Again, the cheap options are on the right side, because in theory you can just buy whatever wheel you want. You can go to Amazon or whatever, and buy a flat wheel, flat bottom, D-shaped, oval, whatever you want. You can buy one of those gigantic 350 millimeter wheels that are like a big deep dish for more drift style, and just plug it on and unscrew 6 bolts and put another one on. That's why those are cheaper. Even though it might add up a little bit more at first, in the long run, you have better options with those wheels. So again, hopefully this might have helped somebody here. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.